ClickUp just solved AI's biggest problem, and it's saving 4 million teams from productivity loss every day. Unlike ChatGPT and other AI tools, ClickUp converges all your work into one platform, so your AI super agents have full context to prioritize tasks, execute workflows, and draft documents instantly. Teams using ClickUp finish work 30% faster and cut meetings in half. Try ClickUp for free today and get 15% off AI upgrades at clickup.com/podcast. That's CLICKUP.com/podcast.
A question from AT&T and FirstNet. When you dedicate your life to saving others, don't you deserve something dedicated to you? We think so. That's why the government chose us, AT&T, to build FirstNet, a one-of-a-kind nationwide network for first responders. Because their connection changes everything. Learn more at firstnet.com.
On today's Smart 7, UK economy's growth subdued in 2025, Trump rolls back ruling on climate change, and much more. It's Friday 13th of February, it's World Radio Day, and happy birthday, Robbie Williams.
It's Smart 7. It's news, but
not the news.
There was some good news on the economy on Thursday as the Office of National Statistics announced that there had been growth of 1.3% in 2025. More concerningly, the growth in the last 3 months of the year was 0.1%, which the ONS described as subdued. The Chancellor was putting a more positive spin on matters.
We can't turn things around overnight, but we have created the conditions now for the economy to grow, and it is doing just that.
She did concede that there is more to do, but also pointed out that those numbers make the UK the fastest growing economy in the G7 for 2025. Lib Dem Deputy Leader Daisy Cooper didn't sound too convinced.
Growth has effectively flatlined in the country, and it's having a huge impact on our society. That's why we Liberal Democrats are calling for a new growth department, because if we can't get growth back into our economy, then we can't end the cost of living crisis.
There was another departure from Downing Street on Thursday, but once again, it wasn't Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Instead, the senior civil servant who acts as Cabinet Secretary, Sir Chris Wormold, left by mutual agreement, according to Number 10. He was only appointed to the role in December 2024 and becomes the shortest-serving Cabinet Secretary in history. A replacement will be appointed in due course, but it's clear that the PM is taking the reboot of his office seriously. Health Secretary and potential leadership challenger Wes Streeting was backing Starmer's changes on Thursday.
This Prime Minister is a man of decency and integrity. I trust him to do that, and we will all be putting our shoulder to the wheel as a team to support him to take the country from where it was when we came in to where we want it to be.
In the Commons, the Tories were continuing to chase the second scandal of the week, which is over the appointment of Starmer's former Communications Secretary to the House of Lords. Shadow Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, Alex Burghardt, was keen to know whether the change in Cabinet Secretary will delay any of the inquiries into the scandals.
Will the Minister commit to publishing all documentation relating to the nomination of Matthew Doyle as a peer? This is now a matter of acute public interest. The Minister will appreciate that confidence in this government's integrity is very low. I hope he will comply in full.
Ukraine made sporting headlines on Thursday as former Ukrainian soldier Vladislav Heraskevich was banned from competing for his country in the Winter Olympics. He's a competitor in the men's skeleton slider event, but his plan to wear a helmet of remembrance marking fellow athletes killed during the Russian invasion drew a ban from the International Olympic Committee. Meanwhile, NATO defence ministers met in Belgium on Thursday in advance of a meeting of the Ukraine Contact Group, which is made up of 50 countries who coordinate weapon supplies for Kyiv. UK Defence Minister John Healey was amongst those attending, and he brought good news for Ukrainian President Zelensky as the UK committed to contribute over £500 million to buy weapons through a NATO scheme.
This is Britain being a force for good in the world, building a new deal for European security within NATO. And I'm proud of the UK's armed forces.
Donald Trump has long claimed that global warming is a hoax, and he spent a lot of his first term promising to drill, baby drill, and giving out about wind turbines, which he claims kill birds and harm whales. Thursday saw his climate-denying head of the Environmental Protection Agency, Lee Zeldin, roll back a major scientific finding which could see the US government abandon any attempt to reduce pollution or attempt to control greenhouse gases. The decision to delete the ruling that climate change endangers human health and the environment means that the federal government no longer has legal authority to impose controls on emissions of carbon dioxide, methane and other gases. It also means no more controls on car engines and no more commitments to renewable energy, and Trump was, of course, blaming someone else for introducing the measures in the first place.
This was all a scam, a giant scam. This was a rip-off of the country by Obama and Biden. And let's say Obama started it and got it rolling. And a terrible rip-off.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, in association with Metro, Arsenal drop points and The Simpsons celebrate a milestone. Right after this.
A question from AT&T and FirstNet. When you dedicate your life to saving others, don't you deserve something dedicated to you? We think so. That's why the government chose us, AT&T, to build FirstNet, a one-of-a-kind nationwide network for first responders. Because their connection changes everything. Learn more at firstnet.com.
If your team isn't using ClickUp, you're wasting time, and data proves it. 61% of knowledge workers manage work more than doing it, switching apps 1,000 times a day. That's work sprawl and costs millions. ClickUp replaces 20 apps with Convergence, uniting projects, docs, and chats, while AI super agents handle the busy work. Join 4 million teams using ClickUp to finish work 30% faster. Try it free and get 15% off AI upgrades at clickup.com/podcast. That's CLICKUP.com/podcast.
Welcome back. It's been a busy week of Premier League fixtures, with attention turning to the fourth round of the FA Cup this weekend. It's also been an eventful week, with Nottingham Forest now in search of their fourth manager this season after Sean Dyche got the sack following a goalless draw at Wolves. It looks like former Wolves manager Vitor Pereira could be the next man in the Premier League's most precarious position. Thursday night saw Arsenal visit Brentford as Mikel Arteta's men looked to stay 6 points clear of the chasing pack. Brentford didn't make it easy though, and the game ended in a 1-1 draw, which leaves Arsenal just 4 points clear of Man City. Brentford manager Keith Andrews was pleased with the win, and he definitely isn't interested in the Nottingham Forest job.
The way the game is now, and the way maybe managers are the first to go in certain scenarios, whereas I think what's been built here for years and years, the culture, the togetherness, I'm big on that. I wanted to maintain that in the summer and then enhance it, and I feel we've done that.
This may alarm you, but The Simpsons have been popping up on your TV for 37 years now. That's a long time for Bart to be 10 years of age, but this weekend the show marks its 800th episode with a special edition called Irrational Treasure. It sees Marge take the Simpsons' dog Santa's Little Helper to Philadelphia to take part in a dog show, and Homer tags along. The episode features the Pit Star, Noah Weil, Kevin Bacon, and even Boys 2 Men, and creator Matt Groening says that the fun never stops on the show.
People don't know this, but we celebrate every single episode that we put out. This is our 800th cake. We've had enough. Well, I do it the classic James Finlayson way, who created the phrase, "Do!"
And I do mine like with a deer. Do!
There's a new Netflix series on the way called Vladimir, but don't worry, it's not about President Putin. Instead, it's a romantic comedy starring Rachel Weisz and Leo Woodall, who you may remember from The White Lotus. Weisz plays a middle-aged college professor whose world starts to unravel when she becomes borderline obsessed with her new colleague. The lines between reality and fantasy get blurred pretty quickly, and it looks like an entertaining watch. It's due to drop on Netflix on March 5th.
I have a thing for crazy girls.
Mm-hmm.
Your behavior has been erratic.
I feel like you're on another planet these days. Maybe you need to step down from teaching.
Say hi to your colleague for me. Hope he likes the pumps.
Will you stop saying pumps?
Pumps.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
If your team isn't using ClickUp, you're wasting time, and data proves it. 61% of knowledge workers manage work more than doing it, switching apps 1,000 times a day. That's work sprawl and costs millions. ClickUp replaces 20 apps with Convergence, uniting projects, docs, and chats, while AI super agents handle the busy work. Join 4 million teams using ClickUp to finish work 30% faster. Try it free and get 15% off AI upgrades at clickup.com/podcast. That's CLICKUP.com/podcast.
Work moves fast. Every email, report, and proposal counts. That's where Grammarly comes in. It's your one place to think, write, and finish. Grammarly's AI agents help you find natural phrasing, fine-tuned tone, and confidently write wherever you work. It's the premier writing tool that 93% of users trust to get more work done. In a world of generic AI, don't sound like everyone else. With Grammarly, you never will. Download Grammarly for free at Grammarly.com.